There's a number most business owners never see, not next quarter's projection, money that already exists right now, inside customers who bought once and were never asked to buy again, inside an offer that could support something bigger, inside a referral relationship nobody ever turned into a system. That money almost never gets found, simply because nobody ever built a way to look for it. Every month tends to look a little like this: marketing spend that produces activity but not revenue, decisions made on instinct because nothing says what actually matters first, and a quarter that ends roughly where the last one started. That's usually not a shortage of good ideas, it's a decision problem hiding underneath what looks like a marketing problem. Here's the part almost nobody says out loud. It's hard to diagnose a business from inside it. You know your business better than anyone alive, and you also see it only through everything you've already decided and already gotten used to accepting as normal. That's simply how perspective works. The closer you are to something, the harder it is to see clearly. So the obvious fix gets tried: more tools, more AI, more content. Here's the problem with that. Generic AI knows language. It doesn't know your business. Every session starts fresh, nothing decided yesterday carries into today, and tactics show up before any real strategy does. What was actually missing was continuity, something to hold each decision in place long enough for the next one to build on it. This is Invincible AI Growth Engine, and it works in a different order. Understanding comes first: the business, the customer, the current position, documented before a single recommendation gets made. Only once that foundation exists does the system point to where growth is actually available. Only after that does it produce the marketing built to go capture it. 12 steps, not 12 separate tools. The first 3 build the foundation: who the customer is, how they actually think, what the business brings to the table. Everything after that inherits that context, so a decision made in step 3 still shapes the output in step 11. Growth rarely comes from one big win. It comes from several parts of the business improving together instead of one at a time. Move those together, and the results don't just add up, they compound. Picture the version of the business 6 months from now that's been running on this the whole time. There's no more wondering what to work on next. The framework says where things stand and what comes next. Every improvement strengthens the next one, and a year in, the business is worth more than it was, not because anyone worked harder, but because the decisions finally stacked. This started after I turned down a project I probably should have taken and spent a long time wondering why the idea scared me more than it should have. So I tested the consulting framework I'd built over years of client work directly against AI piece by piece to see whether it held up. That test surprised me enough to become a book series, then a workbook, and eventually this platform, so the framework is available continuously instead of living in a binder. Depending on which part of the framework gets used, the work this produces overlaps with services businesses normally buy separately: strategy consultants, profit improvement specialists, customer research firms, exit planning advisors. Those engagements can run from several $1,000s to well into 6 figures, depending on scope. This is available continuously for a fraction of any one of those. If it's your own business, the SMB plan puts the full framework to work on the company already built. If growth gets managed for other people's businesses, the agency plan applies that same framework separately across every client, even across completely different industries, without one client's context ever touching another's. Right now, that's up to 500 client companies from a single account. This is early. The framework works, real subscribers are being invited to use it, and it will continue getting sharper. The subscription rate locks in while that happens. Features don't get added just to raise the price later, and nothing optional comes with a long-term lock-in. Most business owners aren't short on ambition. They're short on a system that holds the decisions together long enough for the results to compound. Choose the plan built for how you work.